Hello, nieces and nephews. This is your Uncle Bill. Happy Labor Day. And welcome to week 36, year 2021. Hard to believe that we're here. I need to pour some water. I forgot to pour water before the show. And this is the Uncle Bill Variety Show where we cook, we camp, we create, and we critique, and we climb. Climb is metaphorical for physical activity. And yes, hello, Bridget. Great to see you here. It's the two of us for now, but hopefully we'll get some more. But it is Memorial Day. Everybody's out basking in the sun, enjoying the day. I'm enjoying it with you, Bridget, and with everybody else who's here. All the ones who are very quiet, not saying anything. 5 crazy things that have to do with camping. Uncle Bill has them in his house for you right now without any more delay. Good thing to have for camping, and it's also great if you have it in a little travel size, is deodorant. For all those other people you're camping with. There's one. And another thing to have, I think I've shown this before, is, a cell phone or a spare cell phone. These are both working cell phones. This one actually has service. This one doesn't. This is my backup to my new Moto E6. The nice thing I like about these phones is Uncle Bill can take off the battery himself. Then we have, seeing as it can have a new battery in it, a spare battery. All good for bringing camping because you never know if you can recharge your batteries. Number 2. Ready for 3? Okay. Let's see. Always good to have a light, and always good to have one that is small that lights up the night. This is a light. I can't remember if this takes AAA or AA. I prefer them with the AA batteries, and I'm pretty sure this one takes a AA, but we'll find out in just half a second. Yeah, AA batteries. My favorite. I don't know why. Well, in a headlamp, it's good to have a AAA battery so that you don't have as much weight on your head. But for a flashlight, the AA's are just, in my opinion, a lot better. And also make sure that you get, well, I'm going to have to put this over to the side because I don't want to cross-thread it, and I don't want to have to take so much time away from you guys. Now, what was that? Number 3? Or was that 4? Anyways, either way, 3 or 4. Here's another 3 then, if that was a 3, is dental floss. Not only can you use that for your teeth, but you can use it for, hey, Andrew, great to see you. You haven't missed much. I was just going over my 5 crazy things for camping. One of, well, let's see. One of them was cell phones. Always good to have them. And seeing as I can take the battery out of this one, it's nice to have a spare battery too, just in case I don't have the time to charge a phone. And let's see, what else did I have? A flashlight, which let's see if I can put this back together. We'll just, without cross-threading, because it's not easy when you're on camera to do things that take any sort of dexterity. I did it. This is it's a Sting Eye. And it's just any old, you can get these on eBay, and you shouldn't pay more than $10. And actually you can get them for a lot less. Make sure that you get one that has a good chip in it, the LED chip. Now, one thing that's nice about this, I don't know if this will show up. There's my strobe. But you can focus the beam, and well, let's put it back here if I got anything. And there, see, you can see it's focusing. that's kind of nice thing to have. All right, so flashlight, cell phones, dental floss, use it for both oral hygiene and if you need some twine. You can use this for even fishing line if you're in a pinch. So there's 3, and here's 4. First aid kit. I got this first aid kit for $1. Now I've modified it because I took the wrap, which had it labeled as first aid, and rather than just having this out without having, some labeling. And the other reason why I took the label off is because I wanted to get inside so that I could get to the scissors and let me see if I can do this without, there we go. It's got scissors, got a little cheesy knife and some tweezers. It's got just about everything that you need. And all this extra space in here, what I'm going to do is I am going to put some more Band-Aids in there because Uncle Bill unfortunately gets cut every once in a while. That one didn't feel very good. That was, oh, sorry, I banged you. I was cooking, what was I cooking? Pancakes the other day. And what Uncle Bill likes doing with his pancakes is I put a light layer of grease, well, not grease, oil, and I use canola oil, and you get a deep fried pancake, actually. The problem is when you go to flip it, if you don't have a grip and flip, and I was away from home when I did this, and my girlfriend, her grip and flip isn't a real one. Well, when I went to flip it, I was using a spatula, which throws everything everywhere when you flip it and there's grease in the thing. So anyways, a little bit of danger. I saved number 5 for last. This thing is the most critical. I had visited my niece. Everybody's my niece if they're female and if they're a nephew. But I actually visited my cousin, and she was being what they call a camp trail host. And she was there by herself, and she was worried about security in Arizona. What do you do when you don't have a pistol permit? You want some security. You're not comfortable wielding a knife. Well, these are the best things to have, just hornet spray. If you want to deter somebody or to basically take somebody out, you spray them in the face with this, and they're going to take notice. Now, if you're shopping for hornet spray, this is not the one to get, the foaming kind. Although I'm pretty sure this one shoots a long distance, but it helps to have it say right on the can that it will shoot for 20 feet. That gives you more of a protective barrier from an assailant. Yes, on camping, we have to worry about such things. And I am open to questions from Hey, Frazier, great to see you. I was just covering 5 crazy things for camping. And believe it or not, Frazier, you can get one of these guys over at the Dollar Tree. I don't know if you have them around where you live. Nice little first aid kit. You can actually give it away. And I went through everything. Anybody got any questions for Uncle Bill about camping and about taking pictures? And have you tried any of the overhead things, Andrew? Another thing good to have for camping is just some reflective clothing. If you don't have reflective clothing, you can always get one of these little armbands and put it on your leg so that somebody driving a car in a crowded campground isn't going to run you over at night. Eye shades. Oh, more than 5. Yes, Uncle Bill can't count. Anyways, eye shades are really good if you're in a very crowded campground and there's a lot of light. You put them on at night. And lastly, seeing as COVID ain't done yet, protective clothing. Yes, face masks. I'm going to bring those. I am really excited about Vid Summit. I can't wait to go there. and having trouble keeping my brain going, because Vid Summit is going to be pretty wild. And Fraser, I loved your camping pictures from your last excursion. It was amazing. All right. Yes, I see you, Fraser, and I see Andrew. And Andrew, I posted my waffle cut fries video on Friday. It's funny because I do all the research on these things and I'm like going, I can't see anybody doing anything in this. And then I post, and then I'm in the process of posting, and seeing as I use TubeBuddy, I'm in the process, and I've already done a search on YouTube. And TubeBuddy is an amazing tool. I have to learn how to use it better because when I went to post my waffle cut fries, and I'm doing the check of my thumbnail, which I probably should have used a different color than green on the frame of something that has to do with food, but Uncle Bill does things a little bit strange sometimes. I noticed all sorts of people had already posted waffle cut fries in an air fryer. I thought I was the first. Oh, well, good thing I didn't have that in my title, because it wasn't the first. I'd be lost without TubeBuddy. Yeah, TubeBuddy is amazing. As a matter of fact, I'm learning how to use templates in TubeBuddy, which is really fun. You can make it, for instance, as you notice, I'm getting more towards liking to do frames, and I'm working on getting a different color frame for each one: camp, cook, create, critique, and climb, in the wrong order, but camp was this week. So anyways, that's why it was on my mind. But each one of them, I'm working towards putting a different border on now. And I love layering. Now, Andrew, if you've been using TubeBuddy a lot, have you figured out how to get in between the layers and move the layers around? Because I can manipulate the layer I'm on. I can send it to the back. I can do all those things. But as far as really getting control of my layers, I never know exactly where I'm at. Whereas with paint.net, all I got to do is go over to the side, and I can drag the layer down anywhere in the picture. For example, the thumbnail that I use for today's video has more than 22 layers in it, which is a lot of fun. And it actually makes it very quick for me to make the thumbnail for the video. Now, there were some changes that I made this week. I took the Coleman, quick poll of you all. On Google, it basically says, instead of doing, because I was thinking about doing a pack video. Oh, speaking of packs, where are they hiding? You have things until, there they are. They're over to my left. Dollar Tree. At Dollar Tree, you can get a backpack. Now, I knew there was something different about the ones I just recently got. Notice there's only one zipper on this one. Well, for $1, I was more than happy with one until yesterday. 2 zippers. I have an extra pocket on this thing. Now, I don't know if Dollar Tree's getting factory seconds, because somebody ran through this. I don't know if this will come out, but if you see on the zipper, you can see where they ran through it with the sewing machine. So it's just interesting stuff. Dollar Tree is one of Uncle Bill's favorite stores for getting all sorts of supplies. And not only that, I found out I can shop on Dollar Tree online, which now it's really dangerous. Although this way I won't be going up and down the aisle saying, oh, well, what can I bring home? I would be lost without TubeBuddy. Andrew, have you done well, you must be doing the search engine optimization on TubeBuddy. And where did Fraser go? Fraser, are you still here? I hope so. Anyways, Andrew, how's the weather in England? And are you guys, if Bridget, if the mic starts picking up too much of the road noise, just tell me and I will close the window because it's pretty hot. And Bridget knows that because she's here too. Hey, all right, Fraser. By the way, Fraser, I love your new style in videos. The editing is even sharper than before. I think we're all leveling up our editing and taking up pictures. Very important indeed. I need somebody to start doing some SEO for Uncle Bill. It hurts when I only have less than 10 views on most of my videos after a week. What is TubeBuddy? TubeBuddy is a plugin for both Chrome, and I think TubeBuddy will run on all platforms. It's a utility program, Fraser, which you can get basically for free, and it helps with posting videos, responding to people's comments. Andrew probably knows more about it than I do. Andrew, do you have the pro version? Are you just using the regular version, or which version are you using? And Fraser, if you want to find out a lot about TubeBuddy, just type into your search engine www.tubebuddy.com, and that'll bring you over to their website where I think they have a couple of demo videos, and they do a much better job than Uncle Bill for demonstrating their own product. As a matter of fact, as far as demonstrating products, I heard, Uncle Bill does things a lot different. On TubeBuddy, on Thumbnail Hacks, I recently posted one of my probably monthly videos where I send people off out of Thumbnail Hacks to go see somebody else's video because I don't believe in stealing other people's stuff. There's too much of that going on YouTube. I mean, it's fine to, hey, we all bake an apple cake. I guess you can look at it that way with video, but I don't know. I don't. So when somebody has a certain way of doing something, why not send them to that site? For instance, James Wu is the person that I send people to for Shotcut training, which is my editor, which I'm using nowadays because Uncle Bill doesn't, well, it's not that I don't like VideoPad. It's just that there's been too many times where I've been crunched for time, and it's almost like that editor knows. It knows when Uncle Bill wants to get something out, and lo and behold, I'm getting down to the last little minutes, and I have 30 minutes before my usual scheduled time to post, and all of a sudden, the lip goes out, and it's like that, and I won't be able to post it like that. So it just drives me nuts, and it always seems to happen on a Friday afternoon when I'm pressed for time. I've only had Shotcut crash on me once, and I think it was my fault. On that instance, it was definitely my fault. I had too many windows open. But with VideoPad, I've always made sure to just have that be the only thing running. And Uncle Al, great to see you. And I loved your live today. Uncle Al is the channel to go to if you want to find, Die Bullfrog. If you type in Uncle Al, you might, well, actually, I think if you type in Uncle Al into YouTube, you do get Dyed Bullfrog. But Dyed Bullfrog is the channel. It's all about present day situation as far as needing to be ready for the next, well, you could actually type it in there, 10-minute warning. Thank you, Bridget, and much appreciated. And Uncle Al was talking about flour and how to preserve flour. Now, one of the things that I've heard, and yes, Uncle Al, I've actually had bugs in my food quite a few times, as a matter of fact, over the years. Mostly because when you have that nice flour bin and you put the thing, I don't go through flour fast enough. So I'm making sure to go through flour faster. And, oh, by the way, I got one more thing to share with you guys all. Talk between yourselves, and I'm be right back. I forgot. Yeah, this is why Uncle Bill is going to be much heavier in the next couple of weeks. This is going to be my dinner. And this is, I made 2 of these yesterday. I ate one for dinner, and this one I saved for tonight's dinner. I make the bread dough, well, pizza dough, in a bread machine. I have several recipes. If anybody wants me to share it, it's just really simple recipe. And you just put the bread machine on the dough setting, and I come back. It's a disciplined way to force me to cook pizza. I don't know how this works for me, but it does. I have the energy to put flour into a bread machine, and I have it earlier in the day. But closer to dinner time, I'm feeling lazy. What I do is I load up my bread machine, and then I use the delayed timer. So maybe 8 hours later, I have bread dough. But that 8 hours later is around 5 p.m. And 5 p.m., I don't really feel like, I have enough energy to lay out a pizza pan. And by the way, I use 9-inch, what are they called? Non-stick pie plates, not pizza pie plates, but actual, and I don't even think it's pie plates, cake tins. I'm sorry, 9-inch cake tins. And sorry about this car going across the street. It's really hot in San Diego, and hot by our standards, not by Fraser's standards, because I know you get a lot hotter than we do, but it's 82 degrees right now in San Diego and pretty toasty. How's the weather? Oh, I was just going to say the weather. Perfect. I didn't even see that in the chat, but yeah, it's a little overcast and pretty warm today. Like I said, though, not as warm as you get, because you got some really high humidity and high temperature weather. And Bridget, I got more than 10 minutes. You gave me a 10-minute warning earlier, because I see 7, and I can't believe only 3 minutes passed, but I guess they did. Now, for camping, in this, where did I put my, oh, here it is. In this first aid kit, the nice thing about it is it's small. There's more room in there so I can put other things in there. One of the things I'm going to put in here is a straight razor. I could put a fishing line and hooks in here. I could actually have this be a first aid. You could almost, Uncle Al, have this be my whole bug out kit if I was really industrious. But I need to have my thyroid medicine too. And when you're going camping, a lot of people rely on just their cell phone. They think that putting their maps on the cell phone works. Well, it does, but there's a hitch to that. You need cell phone service to utilize the maps. People don't know that. Now they do. Whereas if you go out and you get a regular map and a compass and you learn how to read the compass and the map, which I'm pretty sure almost all of us do, that will make it so that you can find out where you got to go. Hey, Uncle Al, we'll see you in a bit. And just a little heads up, in 5 minutes, I'm going to be shutting down, probably less than that, but we'll see what that is, because Bridget's going to tell me when time's up. Another handy thing to have is a Kindle. This is my first one. It was a Page White, and this is what I'm going to bring to Vid Summit probably with me instead of my Kindle Fire, because I'm also bringing my laptop. I said, do you want me to bring anything? Since I'm volunteering, I don't know what to bring. What would you recommend to bring? And I saw people with laptops there before. Oh yeah, bring your laptop. We could use you with a laptop because we need more. So Uncle Bill's going to be typing at Vid Summit, that's for sure. And Frazier, what is your next video? Mine is, actually, I never got that. Would you guys put a tent video or a backpack comparison video? What I shop for in a backpack? Mostly, I'm mostly price driven in backpack shopping because ripped out seam to me is not as important as price a lot of times, because seams can be repaired. As a matter of fact, I think I have my first backpack I ever bought still. That was a Boy Scout backpack back in, I think it was 1970s. I'm going to close my window. Sorry about that, guys. It's time for all the rude people that like to zip up and down our street to start coming home. School must be letting out. Who knows? But my street doesn't have speed bumps in. I just wish there was some way to teach people that if you speed up and down the street, eventually they're going to put speed bumps in. So it's going to be pretty soon where we're all going up and down everywhere. Who knows? Maybe they'll put them in highways soon to keep people from going under 100. 2-minute warning. Thank you, Bridget. Bridget, I love you, and you do a great job as moderator. As a matter of fact, I love you guys all, and I can't wait to get out someday back east and probably visit with Frazier, and who knows, maybe go camping, dip a line, go fishing with Eva and Frazier and catch some dinner. It would be fun. These things are very handy. One other thing that you can use a buff for, I'm not using a lavalier right now. I'm using this boom mic, which should be off frame, and it is. Yay! Is you can hide your lavalier in a buff, which works great. And I was going to show one last thing before we go. This lavalier is my Movo lavalier, which I use with my Sony digital recorder, but This little case that I get from Dollar Tree for $1, I'm going to show you a little trick that I do. Uncle Bill's going to perform a trick and then close. What you do is you take the zipper and you zip this thing all the way over, because Uncle Bill does all his own stuff, and then just drop it down your back of your shirt, and then you can pull it down so you don't need another person to help you string your lavalier on the back. And where I used to live, they had a habit of spending one day and put on my yellow reflective jacket, handheld hairdryer. I love that. Out here, they would probably shoot us, but it's a good idea for out here. What I've always been tempted to do is throw balls or some, just a little inflatable ball. But the problem is if you cause that person to sway and they cause a crash, I would be the one liable. And I love you all. Thank you for coming. Make every day this side of the dirt great. Love you all. Have a great week. Have a happy Memorial Day, Frazier and Andrew. You have a great day. And Uncle Al, you have a happy Memorial Day too. And now my other time. Oh, by the way, this is the best alarm clock in the world because it is loud. I don't know if you really heard it loud on the microphone, but somebody will type into chat. Love you all. Bye-bye.